Hey everyone, I'm excited to share Pramata's extension to Claude Cowork's legal plugin today. What this extension does is it adds essential commercial relationship context from your existing contracts to Claude's out-of-the-box capabilities for contract review and drafting. Let me show you what I mean by relationship context and why that matters. Let's say a sales rep comes to you and says, "Hey, Greystone Corporation wants to expand their deal. Can you help me get a new order out?" Well, the first thing you need to know is what's our existing relationship with Greystone? What are we bound by? You can simply ask Claude, have we signed any agreements with Greystone Corp before? What happens next is Claude accesses the Pramata repository and it starts to look up all the agreements we've had before with Greystone. What happens next is key. It's not just searching documents, it's pulling together the full commercial relationship, the MSA, the amendments, the orders, what's active, what's changed over time. So I can see the active terms across these relationships. And it synthesizes everything, showing me the current terms, what's been amended, how things vary by order. Now I can ask, how do these terms deviate from our playbook? And now it's going to start comparing those active terms with that live relationship data against our negotiation standards. And now it's started to find all of the deviations between what we've already agreed to and where we would ideally like to be. This is what we mean by relationship context. It's not just finding documents, it's understanding that commercial relationship modeled across all of those documents. Now that I understand the relationship, I can move to drafting. Now I said here, I need to draft an add-on order for Greystone Corporation because they'd like to buy more cloud store licenses. What it did is it found our order template. It even asked me, how many additional licenses do you want and when do you want this to take effect? It pulls in all of the customer's context and just asks me the essentials. But here's what's powerful. It knows what is the pre-negotiated per user pricing we have in effect with Greystone. I didn't have to go dig that up. That pricing context was already part of the commercial relationship model. And the output is a complete document that shows the template structure. It's pre-populated with the right governing terms and the right pricing from that MSA. So I don't have to do anything. It pre-populates everything into my desired output. Now let's fast forward a few months. Greystone's master agreement is coming up for renewal, and they've sent over a new MSA for us to review. I uploaded this MSA to and asked it to review the contract, but not just against our playbook. What we're doing here with this extension to Cloud Cowork's legal plugin is I want to also see how it compares to our precedent in terms of how we've negotiated some of these terms across all our customers. So for each term, it shows me here is Greystone's position, here's what our playbook says, and here's how we've actually negotiated this term across our similar customer base. For example, on data breach notification periods, they're asking for 2 days, and there is no precedent in any of our contracts for less than 5 days. On payment terms, our playbook says we'd like to get to 30 days. They're asking for 45, but 60 days is the typical across all our deals. So let's keep it that way. This is context that doesn't live in just any single document. It lives across your entire contract repository. So then I asked it, hey, can you help me redline the contract? And what it did is for data breach, it found proven language from a different MSA, the Terrell Corporation agreement, that has our standard 5 business day notification that has been agreed to in the past, is proven, and then it inserted that directly into the doc. You can see here, it inserted the new language from proven language that's worked before, and that has our standard 5 business day notification. The output is a clean Word document with track changes ready to send back. Now, you might be wondering, how are we able to add all this essential commercial relationship context from your existing contracts? And the answer is that's what our platform was designed to do. You know, take static documents, masters, amendments, orders, and transform those static documents into a web of interrelated commercial relationships, because that's essentially how your customers and supplier relationships operate. And now we're integrating that context into AI workflows, starting with Claude Cowork, so that you can bring all that context into Claude's intuitive user experience. If you have any questions, please reach out, and thank you for watching.